Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction and discussion video for the 5th episode of Season 4 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Be a Bad. Don't forget that you can see the full reaction for this episode on my Patreon channel. Check out the link in the description below. Last time we saw Buffy still feeling the emotional effects of how Parker had treated her. The group decided to go to a Halloween party to cheer up Buffy. But the party organisers decided to use a real summoning symbol as part of the decoration. Arriving at the party, they discovered that their fears were coming true and there was no way out of the house. Anya arrived at the party late and saw that the others were in trouble, especially Xander. She raced to get Giles, who used his skill and knowledge of the occult to chainsaw his way into the house. The others found their way to the attic of the house where the symbol was located, and Giles and Anya arrived, and Giles said that their fears were bringing forth a demon into the world. Buffy tried to stop it, but only sped up the arrival of a fearful demon that would bring its wrath on the world, who was only about 3 inches high. Buffy used all of her Slayer abilities to step on him, ending the threat. And Giles wore a sombrero. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
Parker Abrams.
He's back again.
Parker, did I do something wrong?
So obviously we're still seeing his influence.
Why doesn't he want me?
He's just a git. I think you just need to move on. Oh, I forgot about that. So what is that about?
Parker? Stay down!
Is this real or dream? Nice little kick there. Dream. Oh! You can really tell it's not her though, it's a stunt woman. For the longer shots of the actual fighting.
I don't know what to say. After how I've treated you.
Yes, it's like a dream or a daydream or something.
And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get you to forgive me.
Forget him. This happens. A guy or girl takes advantage of somebody else. It's a one-night thing for them, not for the other person, and then they go off. And it shows how it affects people, because that does affect people in that way. That Parker's moved on, but Buffy's still affected by it, and she's still looking at him. She's doubting herself. Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if is it because she has feelings for him? Maybe she did, but is it more? Is she wondering is she doubting herself? You know, what's wrong with her? Why doesn't he want her? So it's more maybe targeted at her than him. Not sure, but it is well done because this happens. I've been there. I've been on that, not due to a one night stand sort of thing like happened to Buffy, but you know when someone's either not interested in you or you split up and you're still interested in them, and you know, a long time after you're looking at that person, you know, wondering where things went wrong, wishing things were different. And you can see how it affects someone. It's doing a good job of it, unfortunately. But she does, and also I wonder if it is partly to do with Angel as well. You know, he left. Well, I think it is because we saw that I think in the other episode. Angel left. Parker's done this to her. Her dad's not there, so she's just feeling rejected by men at the moment, I suppose, or male figures in her life. Yeah, sad, but she does need to move on. He is not worth the time.
Comfort, sex, shelter, food. We always want them, and we
burger.
want them all the time.
I do now.
It has the ego telling it what it can't have, and it has the superego telling it what it shouldn't want.
There we go.
The pleasure principle, is at work in all of us.
That kind of implies she does like Parker. She wants Parker.
Now I owe you my life. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh dear. Yeah, that does imply that she does like Parker. Well, I'm sure it's also she's doubting herself as well, but yeah, he's really not worth the time. We haven't really seen him much. He was kind of in that... Was it the first episode we saw him with her roommate? Then they kind of got together for that one episode. And then we saw him for that one scene in the cafeteria. And now...
Rough day?
Stop flicking at me.
Yeah, what?
I'm the new bartender over at the pub. Got my lighter, my rag.
Okay.
Aren't you too young to be a bartender?
Au contraire, mon frère.
Mon frère means brother.
Behold.
21, you've got to be legal age to... Well, so drink in America, isn't it? It's 21, or in most states, I think. So I would assume you have to be at least 21 to be able to work in one as well. God, college would be a very different experience. I know they still drink, but if you couldn't drink when you're in college, I know they do drink, but legally I think you can't drink in bars and things, can you? It's 18 in the UK, so yeah, very different experience. Again, they need to try and bring Xander into the group somehow and make him part of the show. So the only way they can do it is to have him working on the campus or something. Seems weird that they left him out. Kind of get why. I mean, he wasn't an academic, so it does make sense that would be his path. But it makes it tricky to keep him in the series when the rest of them are all on campus. So yeah, working in the bar. Okay, I'm assuming he's getting paid cash in hand then, because if it was done via the proper books, they would have found out that he's probably not old enough.
You know there's more to it than wiping and kicking. Mixing drinks, for instance.
Well, I've seen cocktail. Ooh, then unload them right here, baby.
Oh dear.
Rough day.
That's when you could smoke in pubs. Not that I've ever smoked. Never even tried a cigarette.
Parker. Maybe I'm in his bubble.
You need to pop that bubble.
You need to think about not Parker. He's no good.
Agreed.
Better men, wherein the mind is stronger than the penis.
Nothing can defeat the penis.
That was a bit loud.
Too loud.
Yeah.
I feel strongly about Stinky Parker Man.
As do I.
Really sweet.
Yeah, when he's trying it on.
That's right, because the bartender's always ready to listen.
What?
Okay, and you want a rum and coke, and you want a poker's light.
I'll just serve one at a time.
Ice water. Nothing on the rocks.
Just do something. I used to work at a hotel when I was in school. I was a civil service waiter. I enjoyed it. But obviously when I was 18, I did some work behind the bar there as well, but I hated doing the bar stuff. I was terrible at it. Much prefer the waiting. Is that the same girl that was in the lecture or a different girl? Parker distraction.
I just saw Parker over there.
Parker and his latest conquest.
So he knows. I thought Parker was older than Buffy. I thought he was a year older. So why is he in the same lecture as her? I can't remember why I think he's a year older. I think when they were talking, didn't he say that he'd studied for a year doing something and then changed? Maybe he's gone back a year then to do extra, or doing extra first year courses to cope with the change in his main course. Not sure, but I did think he was older.
Rough day?
Nah, it's been super.
Keeping his fine bartender from his duty, a man's got to make a living. So, what were you discussing? Maybe we can all join.
What a moron.
Possibly debating the geopolitical ramifications of bioengineering. You have a take on that?
Well, you're going to be a lovely person as you get older.
I'm sorry, let me clarify.
Oh, Welsh flag in the background.
We are what these girls want.
How's about I see some ID? Because you're not getting a drop until I'm satisfied.
Just give him a beer.
Oh, that was such a nice touch that he did that, and that did show that he did have power. And then that guy took it all away. Oh. Oh, I wish he hadn't done that. I wish that had worked. And he didn't have ID.
Rough day? Want to tell me about it?
Okay, that's a better way of doing it.
Parker's problem with intimacy turns out to be that he can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I'm better. This has helped.
Oh, don't think it has. Surprised she went out with Willow not there.
You're not thinking of leaving, are you? Because we have a very strict policy against you leaving.
Oh, it's him. Oh, what's going on?
You're a very beautiful girl who should be covered with men.
Oh, what's this? Don't know what's going on there.
What's the matter?
Is that the girl he bumped or walked past? And he had a funny feeling. So she's looking at him, he's looking at her. Willow knows that they're looking at each other. What's going on? Well, that's not a good look he's giving her, especially with Willow next to him. Not that it's good even if Willow wasn't there.
Well, Thomas Aquinas. No. There'll be no Thomas Aquinas at this table.
Keep your theology of providence to yourself, fat boy.
I think I recognise him, but I can't remember what from.
Everything would be different.
So Sanders keeping an eye on her.
Bright colors, music, tiny little people.
She's still drunk.
I'm suffering the afterness of a...
Hangover.
You didn't? Not with Parker again? No. With 4 really smart guys.
Oh, that sounds...
Oh. Oh, Buffy, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, don't think it's quite as you think.
Then came beer. And then group sex. Drowning your troubles over Parker. Mind-frying man.
Beer gives me a really bad hangover. I drink more lager than beer. Not that I drink very often anymore.
But getting dressed would be fun too.
Probably a good idea.
Now, if I've been unclear in any way, speak now.
Who?
Buffy!
Now, before you go.
I was going to say, who would eat in a lecture like that? In a huge lecture hall, it's one thing, but in a smaller lecture room like that, especially with that lecturer, she doesn't take prisoners. She's quite a brutal lecturer, or certainly to the point with what she does. I don't think she'd appreciate someone eating in her class. I was going to say earlier as well, with Parker talking to that girl in the class, I'm surprised she'd let that happen as well. I think she'd have spotted that very quickly and clamped down on it. What's going on with Buffy? That looks like nothing. It's just random liquids, different colours in bottles. Looks impressive though, I suppose. Oh, so that's the drink from the pub.
It's good.
So something in the drink.
Boy, I'm having the worst day. You got a light?
He practiced for that. So that one guy, well, all of them were coming off as like intellectuals. They seem to be regressing.
Hey, Shy's playing again tonight.
Shy?
Yeah, Bruca's band.
Oh, that's not going to go down too well.
You stupid.
No, you.
I think you're all stupid at the moment.
Like it.
It's time to go home.
Yeah,
Want more beer?
Oh, I've cut you off.
good idea.
Want beer? Like beer. Beer good.
Beer bad.
Beer bad.
Bye.
Bye.
I know she's the Slayer, but I don't think I'd be letting her go home on her own in that state. Oh. Ooh, Willow's gonna have it out with him.
I want to give you a piece of my mind.
Good.
I'm not sure I need to explain my actions here. But if that's what you want.
Yes, followed by an admission of undeniable guilt begun.
Assuming he feels guilt about it.
Just for one night. Can't two people who feel an attraction come together and create something wonderful?
Yes, they can, as long as that's something they're both on the same page about. That's not what happened. He completely led Buffy along, and made it look like it was the start of something more. That's the difference. If it was just a one-night stand, one-night hookup, and they were both, wanted that, that's fine. But that's it. Not what happened there. So yeah, he's being a git again.
Wanting it to be more than it was? I have. She should too.
Don't tell her what she should feel.
People shouldn't have to preface casual sex with, just so you know, I'll never grow any older with you.
No, you led her along.
I don't regret what happened. Or what we did.
Believe that.
But I am sorry that Buffy's hurting, and if I misled her, I'm sorry for that too. I didn't mean to.
Don't believe that.
You're a good friend.
He's a manipulator. He's doing it on Willow.
Pay up and go home, guys.
They've all become like primitives. The way they're sort of sitting on the chairs.
You know, I've always had a problem calculating the tip, and you guys being so dapper of brain, maybe you can help me out. You are so smart.
Take the money and run. Especially if they clean up after them.
Buddy?
Oh. Oh. They've turned into cavemen. What, Neanderthals?
Oh, God. Let's get out of here.
Is that Kai Penn? I think that's his name. So someone's put something in the drink that turns people into cavemen, but why only them? Are they the only ones drinking that beer?
Hey, easy, we're cool.
Oh, if that's happened to them, what about Buffy? Ah, fire. Oh, so, yeah, they don't seem to have modern knowledge. They've literally regressed to cavemen.
Jack? We got a problem. The guys,
It was him.
They had it coming.
Had to be. We've seen him a few times, and we saw him then. If ever you get like a background character who suddenly pops up a bit more, they're involved or something. Oh.
I've been taking abuse from snot-nosed kids for 20 years. I mean, they're always coming in here with their snotty attitudes.
I can't see what he's saying. I say so that group in particular, their attitude was awful, but they are keeping him in a job. If he owns that bar, they are his living. So it's probably not a good idea to get rid of your customers in that way. You kind of need them to live yourself.
the beer.
Neat, huh? My brother-in-law's a warlock. He showed me.
Brother-in-law's a warlock.
Relax, it'll wear off in a day or so.
It wears off.
Someone can get killed.
I mean, yeah, they could kill people. Ooh. He's not really hitting that car. He's just like, just tapping it a bit. These other guys broke windows and things. Oh. Oh.
Parker, bad.
Ooh. Oh, is she gonna chase him down? That's interesting that she was saying Parker bad, and she was hitting that big picture, it looked like a demon, and yeah, she's associated him with like evil and bad guys. Not good for Parker.
I've yet to find a girl that I can just feeling totally at ease, spewing whatever's on my mind.
Oh, he's such a manipulator. He's doing it to you. Oh.
I've enjoyed talking with you.
You know, I'm wondering something.
So is she a bit clouded because of what the thing she's got with Oz at the moment, and Oz looking at that girl? Is she clouded a bit by that, and she's falling for it?
Just how gullible do you think I am?
No, she's not. Aha. Good.
Talk openly only to me. You're unbelievable.
Ah.
I mean, you men. It's all about the sex. Find a woman, drag her to your den, do whatever's necessary. Just
It's not all men.
I tell you, men haven't changed since
Well.
the dawn of time.
Literally.
See?
I was going to say, it's not all men, but it kind of is all men, but most men can control it. That's my better way of putting it.
Fascinating, really. The TV is off.
Want.
So she hasn't changed physically.
Buffy want beer.
No, you can't have beer.
So she's not had as much as the others? Oh, well, she hasn't, because she left and they were all drinking. So they've had more than her.
Giles, don't make Cave Slayer unhappy.
Cave Slayer.
Buffy's strong.
Yeah, that's the problem. So where's this bar? We haven't seen this one before. It's a different location. Oh. Is that going to spread? It's an invisible shield around the food. Oh, blocking the exit. Well, there's got to be at least one other way out. What's she smelling? Oh, the fire. So that's another bar on campus. By the looks of it then. It's a big campus, so I suppose there could be that's got like a sort of more intimate bar, that one. There's fire extinguishers right there, but they're not going to know what it is. Ooh, fire hurt. Oh, she does know what it is. Well, I don't think that's going to do much good against that fire. And that's not going to do much good either. So she recognised it as helpful to stop a fire, but not what to do with it. But seeing Willow, there's some sort of primitive connection in there. She knows Willow's a friend. She has to help. To be fair, straight in.
Where the hell's Giles?
Blonde. She walks with a sort of sideways limp.
That's a long way up. How's everyone going to get out? That works pretty well.
Are you alright?
Buffy's still in there.
God, the amount of smoke that they've taken in, they're going to need to go to hospital. They're going to have some real issues with the lungs. Oh. Oh, what's she going to do? She going to get him out? Yeah. Just hit him and then get him out. I think I'd have got him out and then hit him.
Was there a lesson in all this, huh? What did we learn about beer?
Follow me.
Good. Just as long as that's clear. This will give him some time to ponder the geopolitical ramifications of being mean to me.
What, and none of the emergency services are seeing them and wondering what's going on? And
Whose van is that?
I don't know. It wasn't locked.
some random person's car.
Buffy.
He's okay.
Buffy,
She's still armed with a stick.
I'm sorry for how I treated you before. It was wrong of me, and...
Hit him again. Yep. Don't advocate violence normally, but... Yep. That was a weird episode. Is that going to wrap up the whole Parker thing now? This is rhetorical. I'm assuming so. She's kind of like dealt with it by just hitting him over the head. I don't know if I believe him at the end when he said that he was sorry. Can you forgive me? Don't know. Don't think I do believe him. I think he just has this shtick about how to do things, and he just like puts on that voice, and he's all, speaks gently and softly and says the right things. I don't think he means it. It's all an act. But yeah, just donk over the head. So he absolutely deserved that one. Don't think she should have done it when he was in the fire. Get him out first. And then hit him over the head. But yeah. Is that going to put her off alcohol? Probably. We don't really see her drinking much, do we? So that bar that they were... Oh, that bar was really quite bad that Xander's working in, the one that supplied the alcohol. Looks like the bartender doesn't, or the bar owner, I'm assuming, doesn't care about ID. And it looks like it's either on campus or close to campus, so he's going to get shut down very soon. And are there any repercussions to the guy for what he's done, for making that, adding that stuff to the drink? What's going to happen there, if anything? Yeah, just an odd episode. Be interesting to see if Parker turns up again in the future episodes, or is that kind of it now? She's kind of going to move on. It makes sense that she's kind of done with him, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so it's a bit of an odd one. Some funny bits. Good to see. Say Xander, got to the fire, went straight in. Didn't even hesitate. But obviously got to that stage where he couldn't go any further, so he immediately got out, which again was the right thing to do. And then he helped people out, through that window. So he did what he could without putting himself at huge risk, which wouldn't have helped anyone if he'd become incapacitated or burnt or something. So yeah, he handled that really well. That was good to see. Is he going to carry on working in the bar after what's happened? Don't know. Yeah, so let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and we'll see you for the next one. Be seeing you.